Hello and welcome to this segment of Wisdom Wednesday. My name is Deborah Guthrie, and joining me today is Chrissy Scaccia. She's a police officer for Meridian Township. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
You have, the police department has a new program out for seniors.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about it? It's called the Senior Watch Program. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, Senior Watch, as we're noticing in Meridian Township, we have a wide variety of all ages of residents, and our elderly community is on the increase. And we want to be as prepared to communicate with our senior citizens, to make them feel safe, to help the families so that they know that their family that resides in Meridian Township are well cared for. And we did some research at other jurisdictions that had the same program and determined it's something that we wanted to try here in Meridian Township.
Okay, and so the seniors, they have the ability to reach out to the police department and ask them for assistance in 3 different ways. Can you tell us about those options?
Sure. Either the resident themselves can reach out to request an application, or a family member or a close friend. We know that a lot of the residents, they may have family that's out of town and not nearby, or maybe they don't have family at all. And so as a community, we look out for each other. And so there's several different ways that an application can be completed. But there are 3 options. The first one would be a check-in phone call where the resident themselves calls us, a time to be determined, say Mondays between 9 and 12. Then they would call our front desk, check in with the cadet, any concerns, a small conversation at that time. The other one would be where we reach out to them. A police employee would reach out to them at a specific time, contacting them via phone. And the third option would be a visit. Again, determined day of the week, how long or between what times, to have a short visit at their home, at their residence.
What would be some of the reasons that someone would want to have the police contact them or do a short visit?
For example, we already have, since we've implemented the program last week, we have one resident that has signed up for it.
Okay.
And it is a family member who did fill out the application. They live out of town, so they can only see this parent over the weekend. And so they're reaching out to us to keep contact with that family member during the week. So it's more of a, you might be the only person they speak to outside of, solicitors or telemarketers or those kinds of things that this resident may talk to for the whole week. If anyone in the township has an elder family member, it can be pretty lonely if you have nobody to talk to throughout the week. Listening to the television or the radio, not actually speaking to somebody could be pretty detrimental. So we want to reach out to our elders and let them know that we do care about them community-wide.
Does there have to be a concern for the person? So say I was a family member who filled out the form and I wanted an elderly, or I requested an elderly person to be reached out to. Does that person have to? Does there has to be a concern in regards to their welfare?
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. And there is part of the forms, secondary forms that we complete if there are medical conditions, things of those nature for the police department to consider. If issues arise, they didn't answer the phone, or they didn't make the phone call when they were supposed to, or they don't answer the door. We have secondary questions that we ask in addition to the simple applicant form. But no, there does not need to be any concern from the family. It's just, Meridian Township kind of making a full circle for family. That's what we want.
Okay. And so how does somebody fill out a form? Where do they go to do that?
There are 2 different ways you can do it. We do have it on our website, and it is a tab form where you'll be able to fill it in, and then you'll be able to submit it online. Or you can print it off as well and drop it off or mail it. You can even come to our station and fill it in there, or get a hard copy there and complete it there.
Can they request specific officers? I know all of us residents here in Meridian Township, we have, favorite officers and stuff like that, or neighborhood policing officers, and maybe they'd like to request their neighborhood police officer.
There are places where you can put notes. We willing to work. We want it to make the most comfortable, non-awkward situation as possible.
Yeah.
I understand some people have situations or, may just not gel well with a certain officer, and that certainly can be handled. We certainly would like the community policing officer, if there is one in that area, to be involved, which we have done with the one applicant that we have so far. I know I would like to know, you know, and we did reach out to the leaders at our last leaders meeting because they know their communities better than we do. So we do want it to be a team group effort.
Okay. And so it's all of the officers involved in the department,
Yes.
and when shifts are available, you know, when they're in shifts and that kind of thing.
Yes, it's Meridian Township and Williamstown Township as well. And there are a group of us that are kind of overseeing the program. Cadets will be helping us out a lot with this.
Okay.
And they're very intelligent, and we feel very comfortable with them being involved with it.
Do you know the numbers from the research of how many seniors were visited in other communities when research was done on providing this to Meridian Township?
One of the, I don't recall which department it was, they had probably 30 to 40 active on their list. And all the way down to smaller communities where they had maybe 1 or 2 on their list. So it's a wide variety. And I think it's going to, I expect it's going to be pretty successful in Meridian Township.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to tell us about the program?
No.
Okay. All right. So thank you so much, Officer
Thank
Scaccia,
you.
for talking about it. The brochure is available online. It's on the police department section of the website. The form to fill out is also available online on the police department section of the website. Like Officer Scaccia said, you can fill out the form online. It goes directly to the police department. They'll receive it, and then they will reach out. You can also print it, fill it out, send it in, fill it out, drive over, and bring it in as well. So 3 different options. And then if you have any questions, the information for who to call is on the website as well. I don't know if you want to share who that is. I'd have to look it up.
It can be me or myself or Sergeant Scott Dawson would be the contact.
And so they would just call the main number here, the non-emergency number 332-6526.
Yes, and the cadet would answer, and then they would explain to them that they're interested in the Senior Watch program, and any questions will be referred to the proper person.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching.